engravings all lightsaber. What? Is that a Pez dispenser?
Yeah, that's a Pez dispenser that dispenses full Pez.
That's a big ass Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta wait for the song to end. It plays through. Okay.
Paradigm's got a pretty sick-looking nihilist mask.
That is nice. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Friday Night Rage. Brand new panel with us tonight, but we're going to have just as much fun, I hope. So we're going to go through and do some introductions for everybody. I'll pull us all full screen while I do this, and let's see what we've got. I'm not good at this. Oh, there it is.
Shannon's doing something over there, and it scares the hell out of me. No, never mind.
All right. So
it's a big time.
Hello, everybody. I am Darth Rage. This is my channel. So I do lightsabers. I do cosplay, like the thing behind me here. Some 3D printed stuff, finishing stuff like helmets, all kinds of Star Wars content. And I will be your host tonight. So welcome everybody. And then next up is going to be our good friend Darth.
Yeah, my real name is Scott, and I do have a channel where I review lightsabers, although not as many as I'm doing, and mostly sound fonts and trying to branch out to various and sundry different things. But you know me, I'm your local General Grievous. Or in this case, General Nihilist.
That thing is sweet.
That looks sick, man.
Next up.
Hi, I'm Carter. I go by Blue Mamba, and over on my channel, I talk about lightsabers as well. I talk about replica hilts.
Is that a Vader hilt?
This is a Vader hilt. We'll talk about that later on. I got a lot more hilts coming in. I have a problem, but it's a good problem. I also talk about Star Wars merch, like stuff that's on Amazon or things I find on eBay or Galaxy's Edge, for example. I also review and talk about Star Wars comics, but I have a very special way on how I do that. And that's just kind of how I do things on my channel.
Yeah, you need to go check that out. The smoking jacket just makes it very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Next up, our good friends towards my life.
What is happening, guys? You got both of us here tonight. I'm Shannon. That's Blake, aka Code Echo, the guy that breaks all my sabers. And we break sabers. We do dueling. We make funny videos. We do all kind of stuff. Check us out on YouTube and Instagram.
And then next, I'd say last, but we do have one more coming on the way. But next up is our good friends, Absolute Sabers from the future. Like I like to say, he's about 6 hours ahead of all of us.
6 hours in the future. I can confirm all is well.
Good.
Nothing has happened as of yet, so we're all safe. But yeah, guys, Absolute Sabers, you know me from YouTube, Instagram. Trying to break through to TikTok, but not really happening at the moment. But much the same as most of these guys here, mainly kind of lightsaber reviews and tutorials. And we've got some cosplay coming up as well soon, so keep a little eye out for that.
Nice. And recently discovered the joy of shorts.
Oh, yes. Oh, I did.
So a quick, fun way to go viral without even trying. It's a wonderful.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Ridiculous.
All right, so we're going to get started, and we've got some things we're going to be talking about, some topics that we're going to be going over. I want to save, I was going to start off with Visions, but I really want to save Visions until Cody gets here because I know that he's going to have a lot to say about that. So we're going to start off with Galaxy of Sounds on Disney+. So For those of you that don't know, they have recently added a new, I want to say it was last week. That was the first time I noticed it. A new little, it's kind of like the vehicle walkthroughs and the planet fly-throughs. It's just basically clips and sounds that everybody will recognize from the Star Wars universe. And so I just kind of wanted to go through and see if anybody had any feelings about this in general. I've watched 3 of them now, I think. And for me personally, my favorite one is the Dark Side one. There's a sequence in it with a whole bunch of lightsaber ignitions and clashes back and forth. And it really made me, in particular, that scene made me realize how cool Kylo Ren's lightsaber sounds, because you go through all these lightsaber ignitions from Grievous to Sidious to, I mean, just a whole bunch back and forth, Maul. And then they go to that scene with Kylo and Luke on Crate, and you hear his lightsaber, and it's just completely different than any other saber. And I guess I just never really seeing them side to side like that. It really made me appreciate the sound that they put into his saber. So for me, that's kind of my feeling about it. I don't know if anybody else has general feelings about Galaxy sounds.
Unfortunately, I never had a chance to catch it as of yet, but I do plan on watching it tomorrow. It's the only day that I've had available in the last little while, but I have heard good things about it, and I look forward to giving it a watch.
My 2 opinions, the scene that you were talking about, where Kylo Ren's kind of holding the saber sort of like that.
Yeah.
It ignites. It really was very you really got the sense of the kyber crystal, I'm a little tired. What's the term? Unstable.
Damage.
Very unstable. So it was nice to see highlights of things like that. I mean, like special effects and ambient sounds and whatnot. My whole take on the whole thing was just sort of those what if John Williams wasn't around to support all this stuff, and the impression I got was that it would all hold its own even without the music if you had to. It was a nice look into all the classic scenes that we're all familiar with just the noises,
minus the music.
Yeah, it was pretty clever. I mean, I kind of watched the whole thing because they're really short, and I had plenty of time before this. So, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I only got to watch the first 3. I watched them last night. The first 3 that I watched are really cool. I'm with Rage. I like the Dark Side one. Yeah, I mean, just all the saber ignitions and stuff. And I agree with you. I never really liked the Kylo Ren sound until I got a Profi and I got the Kylo Ren sound font, and I was like, ooh, it sounds different on a saber, like in your hand.
Yeah, it was just cool. On 2, the Vader breathing, obviously, from that, because it kind of starts off with Kylo looking at his mask, and then it goes to that shot. I think it's from the beginning of Empire, where it's from him from behind on the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Just that breathing was just epic, and all the sound effects that they kind of came up with for those original movies, just amazing. Carter, I thought for sure you were going to bring up Vader's breathing. I was, but
like my dogs were going crazy, so I had you're still going crazy now. But yeah, Vader. I liked how in that episode they started off with Vader and they ended with Vader as well, and it was almost like constantly throughout the entire thing. It was just Vader's breathing in the background, which I thought was super deserved, honestly, because it's Vader. It's the most iconic villain, if not character in cinema ever.
And you guys have all seen how he came up with that. He basically put the microphone inside a breathing regulator for a scuba mask, and that's how he got that sound in there. It was just
It was so groundbreaking, wasn't it? Like back in the 70s and 80s when they were recording all these original sounds and trying to, have you all kind of watched Empire of Dreams?
Yes.
I mean, what a documentary.
Yeah.
You know, like just I can watch it again and again and again. And you always pick up something else. It doesn't matter how many times you watch it, you always, I didn't see that before. Oh, I missed that part out, you know? And how they came up with things and recording like blaster noises and ignitions and saber hums and Vader's breathing. And it's just mind blowing how they've done it all, you know, just, you know, like from scratch, from nothing, you know.
And then they did a similar, you know, if you watch the behind the scenes stuff on Phantom Menace, I love the fact that, and is it Bert? Is that the guy that, I think his name's Bert, the guy that did the sound for the first movie, but how he basically mentored the kid that really took it in the prequels. And so while it was all digital and done, a lot of stuff done digitally, there still had that kind of real world aspect to it, which, you know, I think too, Phantom Menace, as much as I disliked it looking back, I can't scoff at any of the sounds in that. And I was reminded of that watching this when you see the pod racing. I mean, that the sounds from that pod racing are incredible.
It's really a lost art form now, isn't it? Like proper field recording, you know, it's everything's done digitally, and it's while it's great, you know, and so is having special effects and CGI and all that kind of stuff, ILM. But there's just something raw and pure about using field recordings and manipulating those. They just sound more natural.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you know.
But everything's cost now, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, here he is.
Hey, look who's here.
What's up, everybody? Sorry I was late. I literally got out of work and tried to get here as fast as possible.
Here he is, the love of my life.
Hello.
Well, you're here.
What's up,
we
guys?
all did our introduction,
So happy to see you guys. Oh,
so please,
hello.
my friend,
Hi,
tell us
I'm
about
Cody,
yourself.
NewType Sith, big anime nerd, like Star Wars and lightsabers. That's about it. But thanks for having me on here, man. I really appreciate it.
So we are just basically right now just talking about Galaxy of Sounds. I don't know if you had a chance to see it at all.
No, I sadly have not had the time to watch it yet.
So it's really cool. Little like 7-minute clips. I think there's 5 of them, maybe. I'm not sure. I've watched 3 of them.
7, I think.
7. So there's
something like that,
they're basically clips from the movies separated into light side, dark side, intense moments, action moments,
droids.
It's all the sound and the clips without any music background. So you really get to see the sound effects and what the sound effects really did for the movie. And one of the things
they get rid of the vocal tracks too.
Yeah. One of the things Paradigm pointed out is that it, you know, kind of really showed, we've all thought, and John Williams' scores really did add to the things, but we've kind of felt that you pull that away and the movies would suffer, and this really showed that no, there was a whole lot more going on sound wise.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not silky. It's greasy, that's for sure. Working on cars all day. It's straight here. But yeah. But no, I just seen the Blues Bros comment just saying something about the hair silky. But no, as far as I guess like the sounds, like I've seen, I guess, I don't know, Riley, what we watched like half of the first episode, the sounds thing. Yeah, so I guess I did. I watched like half of the first, and I was like bummed I had to leave to go to work because it was yesterday when we went to watch it, and I was like, it is really cool. Like I heard you talking about pod racers. I would have really liked. I definitely want to watch that. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's in the second
pod
episode.
racers are one of my favorite things.
It's just the sound for that is, I don't know, it's just incredible. We were talking about how Ben Burtt basically trained, and I'm not sure, I don't know the name of the guy that worked on the prequels, but he trained a new kid on basically how he did it. And so you really have that kind of real world element that bridged the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. And that was really, really cool.
That's sick.
You don't realize how important sound is until they take it away.
Yeah. No, I can imagine. That's probably the main reason I like lightsabers. I would not have probably been into them a few years ago if they didn't make smooth swing sounds. I'm not gonna lie to you. So that was like the big thing that was like, yeah, I need to buy one of these.
It's one of the things as well. This smooth swing. Like the first time I heard a smooth swing saber, I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Because I hadn't seen anything for a long time. I hadn't been into anything for a long, long time, and I've told Cody this and Carter, probably you as well, Shannon. For a long time I was out of it. And then I seen Profi NeoPixel with smooth swing, and I'm like, "Hello, what's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute, where have you been my whole life?" And I'm like, "Oh God, I need to get in on this," and that's probably the same. If it wasn't for things like smooth swing, I probably wouldn't be doing this again, and at least I wouldn't be doing collecting again. I just love it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And I'm sure everybody maybe has had this experience once or twice, but it's when somebody that's either not really into Star Wars or like Star Wars, but they don't collect anything, and then when they see the first if they've seen anything from your collection, for instance, me, I've had a few friends that usually wouldn't care about it, and as soon as they turn a saber on and swing it, they're like, okay, I kind of get why you like these. It's funny because the sound is the number one thing for at least my friends. It could be baselit, they still think it's the coolest thing ever. It's as soon as they hear a whoop, they're like, oh, what is going on? And I don't know, I think that's
exactly
really, I don't know, sounds are sick, especially with sabers. It's my favorite thing.
Me and Blake, we were thinking about just staying away from all that because we duel. And then I watched Lando's video on cheap budget NeoPixels, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy one just to see what's up with all the hype. And I was blown away with the Dark Wolf, with the Profi. I'm like, oh, okay, now I see. When you first hear that smooth swing in your hand, whoa, and it's just like, oh, okay, now I see what I've been missing.
It's funny you mentioned Dark Wolf. I'm literally on his site right now. I'm looking at things. I'm looking at another Xeno V2. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, after watching your video, man, I had to jump on that Xenopixel. I just wanted to give it a shot. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I want to get one too.
I'm gonna get I think I want to get the Maul staff. That's what I'm looking at.
I needed a new blade anyway, so it was like, whatever.
What a great excuse to buy a new
exactly.
hilt. A new blade. Yeah. And it comes with the hilt, so
it comes with it. I wanted a 32-inch blade. I didn't have a 32-inch NeoPixel, so I needed it. My wife got herself some new sunglasses, and when I saw them, I was like, "Oh, how much did those cost?" Like, all right, there we go. There's that's what I get to spend.
Really? That much? Huh? Okay, then. I'll whip it out in a little bit for show and tell.
That's how it works. All right. So, Cody, I intentionally saved this topic until you got here because I knew that you would want to probably talk about it.
Well, you already know. I mean, I'll go last.
So we'll let you lead or follow, whichever you want.
Oh, I would love to follow because I'd love to hear.
I'll actually go first on this because I probably know the least of all of us of anime. Just was never really into it. So I went into this completely blank and really loved it. Loved the whole thing. For me, my favorite was probably the duel just because of, I don't know, it just felt the most like what I thought it was the right mix of Japanese culture and Star Wars at the same time. Yeah. And it was just badass. I was surprised by some of them that I liked, like the Lop and Ocho. I really liked that one. Surprisingly, it was kind of weird. The one with the band on Tatooine, I really dug that one too. Which was, they were really more cartoony than I thought it would be, and thought that I would like. But overall, the Ninth Jedi, if they don't make that into another movie, that's where Star Wars should go after this. Take that, make that the next series, the beginning of the next series, because that was badass. But all of them it was just cool that they were each a unique story, each a completely different style of animation. And I've gone back now and I've rewatched the first one. Now I'm watching them in Japanese now just to hear kind of what they sound like that. And it really, I can understand, I get the art aspect of it, and I get why people obsess about this now, because there's some really cool aspects to it that I've just kind of ignored and not known about. So for me, this was an A by far. Loved almost all of them, and we'll go back and rewatch many of them. So that's my thoughts on it. I'll let whoever wants to go next go next.
I'll go next. For me, favorite episode was either the Duel or the Ninth Jedi. Basically the same basically for the same reason what Tim said was the Duel, just how it was a good mix of Star Wars and Japanese culture. With the Ninth Jedi, I also agree with the fact that they do need to make that its own separate series. In the video that I made, talking about Visions, definitely they need more Star Wars anime, and I think with the Ninth Jedi, what they could do is that, because in the episode it felt like it was far into the future, like way past episode 9. So what I said in my video was they need to take that Star Wars anime, go way far into the future, and I think the Ninth Jedi would be perfect to go way out and make it canon, because it could fit in the canon. It doesn't have to fit in the Skywalker saga. It can just be in the Star Wars.
Everything doesn't have to be Skywalker, you know.
Exactly, it does not have to be Skywalker. Can we get away from the Skywalkers for just us, please, just for a second? Can we just breathe, go somewhere else, and then come back? But yeah, that's just what I think. I just think they need to take the Ninth Jedi, make it canon, and make a whole series out of it. And I also like The Elder was a really cool episode as well.
Yeah,
so a creepy little old man. I love that.
I would have loved to seen him in his prime.
Yeah, I think that one. I know a lot of people they're trashing on the High Republic. Okay, I'll say it. The Elder, that episode felt very High Republic era. It felt very, very early. It felt early Jedi, but like way before episode 1. So,
what I liked about The Elder was it felt like those lightsaber duels felt like real lightsaber fights or real sword fights. They were like, it was short, couple moves, and then he took advantage and sliced the apprentice. But that's felt like what it would really be like.
Right. Carter's canceled.
Oh my God. Zach, I love him.
But yeah, I think with The Elder, that could also work as its own series as well. I'd love to see more of that.
There's definitely stories within those little shorts that intrigue everyone. Like I like the twins. That's my favorite one. I was really intrigued by.
Dude, hell yeah! I love to hear that. Actually,
that was so good. Like I loved everything. In the duel, that was like the perfect way to. Oh, wow, I'm big. That was the perfect way to start off everything. That was the perfect first episode, the duel. And there were some great episodes in there. The one on Tatooine with the kind of the whole music kind of thing. I dug that like hell. But the twins, for me, there was something about that story that really grabbed me. I really enjoyed, and the Ninth Jedi as well. But for that one, the twins for me there's a story there that I would really be enticed and interested in hearing more of, and seeing more of. I'm not a huge anime guy either. Like Cody will attest to that, But like that, the whole thing, like I loved it. Just loved it.
Yeah.
Dude, I do have Zach did just point that out, dude. That Star Destroyer background, sick, by the way. Super rad. I don't know if anybody's brought that up. That is super cool.
Yeah, it's cold up here.
Yeah, you're gonna see that exact scene when you ride Rise of the Resistance, because you'll come in on either side of him. It depends on which car you're in, but you'll come in and Kylo and
that would just be me waving. Hey guys,
and the Ginger will be up top.
Oh gosh, this is so funny. I cannot wait. But we'll get into that subject way later. But
Paradigm, anything to say about Visions?
Yeah, as a lifelong anime fan and a lifelong Star Wars fan, to see my two of my favorite things fused into one seamless form, and then given so many different iterations and studios to kind of just go nuts and try all their use their styles and it was just the feels were real. But I have to say, without touching upon every episode, I really think that the Ninth Jedi had a lot of elements in it that could make it sort of an alternate world, where they could really just go absolutely crazy. And one of the things I really enjoyed, one of the tiny little aspects of that I really enjoyed, was how the lightsabers started out with kind of no color, like a neutral sort of.
Yeah, that was cool.
I really loved that.
And your connection to the Force dictated the color of the blade, and it could be influenced by external stimuli. And I mean, I know it's not canon at all, and it kind of flies in the face of everything Disney has sort of established with kyber crystals, but I really like that. And when I don't remember the name of the main character, the girl, but when her lightsaber turned green, and then the other guy who was Sith, kind of the tall guy that looks like an alien, when his blade turned purple after all the other Sith were destroyed, and he was like, sorry, I don't know what came over me. I'm not a bad guy. And they're like, well, yeah, we can see that your lightsaber's purple, so you're cool. It was really, really well done. I enjoyed that. We can explore that. Go for it. Go nuts.
Yeah.
Ooh, Shannon.
Well, I enjoyed all of them except for I was not a fan of the Rhapsody, the singing one, and I was not a big fan of the one with the android kid. I did not. I only watched
the Toby one. I didn't think I would, but I did.
Yeah, I only watched those once. I watch the Duel is definitely my favorite, and then the Ninth Jedi and the Elder are right next to it. But the Duel was just, for me, it was the most complete out of all of them. It was a beginning, a middle, and an ending. And I would love to see a series on that Ronin character. Him just hunting down Sith, taking the kyber crystals. And I mean, the animation style with the black and white, with just the colors of the blasters and the sabers. I mean, I thought it hit on all cylinders all the way across the board. I thought it was the best.
You could do like a kung fu type of thing with that, where he's just exploring, kind of the Mandalorian, but he's hunting for Sith and collecting the crystals, and he has to have like some kind of like ulterior motive why he's collecting the crystals. Maybe it was so creative.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Code Echo give his 2 cents on the series too.
Let me get this on first. So, we're talking about the anime, the Visions.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna ruffle some feathers here. The Duel is probably one of my least favorite ones.
What?
Or not the Duel, sorry, the Twins.
Oh.
The Twins. I absolutely love the Duel. I absolutely hate Tatooine Rhapsody and that android when I could live without. Everything else was great though. I'm just reading on whatever Ravens is saying over here. Yeah, the Duel is amazing. Absolutely love the Elder and Ninth Jedi. The one with the bunny girl wasn't bad either. Whatever she was.
It's a bunny girl.
Hey, whoever saw that post on Instagram, the cat girl one, it's true. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I'm passing it back over to Shannon real quick.
Blake's a savage. You gotta love it.
Savage. You gotta love it.
Savage.
Savage.
All
All right.
Cody.
Sorry.
Ernest, it's time. Take
Front
us
stage.
home.
All right.
Big
Hello.
Cody.
Okay,
That's what
so
you think.
Get him, Cody.
I love them all, obviously. My first favorite is Ninth Jedi because everybody else has said it today. Fact that it's just so complete, how the Kyber crystals work, how just everything. Like the part where all the red sabers came, dude, I was about to throw some. Like it was perfect. The second favorite for me after watching it, I've watched it about 10 times now. Like it's bad. Like all of them, like subbed and dubbed. I think The Village Bride is probably becoming my second favorite for the simple fact that the soundtrack is beautiful, the entire thing. Like it's just like puts you in the right state of mind. And then honestly the end too is just like really good for that episode. Like I really liked how that went. Like I didn't necessarily need more of it. Like I was just so content with everything I got from it after watching it. Like I said a few times, I don't know. I've grown a really big appreciation for it.
Are you watching them in English or Japanese or going back and forth?
Both, back and forth.
Yeah.
Because like I have a lot of appreciation for both. Like I'm more of a sub fan when I watch most animes, but I have a really big appreciation for this because the dubbing in it isn't your typical like studios that do dubbing. So it's like they're actually new voices to hear. So like for most anime fans, like that's why they don't like dub so much, because you'll have a character from this show and about 30 other shows, and it's like the same voice, and it just like really just throws you off. Whereas like this, like you have Tamora Morrison like in like as Boba. Like I know it's like only a short part, but it's still so good. It's like I don't know, it's cool. But what else? The Duel I loved, but it's definitely not my favorite. But it's not means like I don't love it. Like I absolutely love it. It's just I have so much respect for other ones, and the fact is like the studios, for me being an anime fan, like for instance the Twins, that is such a awesome episode for multiple reasons. But my favorite is because like the studio that made that is usually really crazy. Like they do like some wild things in animes that like are not able to be PG like or PG-13 at all. So it's like the fact that they were able to make something dimmed down but like so strong at the same time, I was like, hell yeah. Like they did not have to go above and beyond. I mean, it did. Obviously the sword at the end cutting through a Death Star, hitting hyperspace, shows how absurd the studio is. But at the same time, they do way worse things, like way worse in every other anime. Like you think that's over the top. Every other one is just insane. And then what else? Toby, I loved that for multiple reasons. I don't know if anybody caught huge Astro Boy like presence to that. But, like that was really cool for that for me, because obviously that was something I grew up with. So I don't know. Like I just have such appreciation for every episode in their own part. As weird as it is,
that hit me in my heartstrings the most. You know, that one got me in my feels the most, and that's what I liked about it. I didn't expect any of them to do that.
No, and they do. And as weird as it is, and Carter hates this. We've talked about it. As weird as it is, my least favorite is episode 9, which is the last one. And it's not that it's like once again a bad episode. It was just like the ending's cool. I get it. Like, there's a big episode 3 reference. Like, obviously, like that was cool, but at the same time, just I don't know. Like, the villain to me was just, it looked like Steven Universe. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Steven Universe, but it was 100% Steven Universe vibes, and I was like, I can't get this out of my head. Like, I don't know. So for me, that was the only episode that I would have liked more. But other than that, it was a great series, amazing series. And if anybody hasn't watched anime, like if you look up the studios, which is it's in the beginning of every episode, if you really like the Duel, it's kind of weird because the main show they have is an anime called JoJo Bizarre's Adventure, and the Duel is completely different than anything they've done either, because the animation style they usually use is way more over the top than what they had in for the Duel. So it's like, once again, if you see this, like certain animes they've done and like they reference, like if you like the samurai feel, Rurouni Kenshin, like him being a wanderer, like big reference there. You guys could like anime. Anybody could like anime. Like if you like one episode, find animes that are like that episode, and I guarantee you'll be like, okay, I see it.
So was his lightsaber sheath, was it all the hilts put together?
I don't know. I've seen the up close to it. Actually, I have a picture.
I thought I saw some shots, and I swear it looks like it's like 6 or 7 lightsaber hilts put together for his sheath. It's it's badass.
It might be because, like, at the end, he stabs her with the sheath, so it's got at least like one on the end. Yeah. Did anybody else notice besides me and Paradigm that the old man was James Holland, the guy who played Lopan in Big Trouble in Little China? Huh. Anybody else notice that?
No, I did not.
He's also the guy that makes the eyeballs in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like just a character actor.
I noticed it right when he spoke.
Yeah. Do you know who Tajin is? Like the main Jedi in that, like who his voice is in English. I don't know if you guys ever seen Stranger Things, but he's like the sheriff, like the main.
Oh, really?
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's why I said Vision's dub is good because nobody else can afford to pay him to do a whole series.
They got Disney money.
Dude, exactly. That's why it's okay, the dub's good. It's really, really good.
They got Disney money. Yeah.
Facts.
Dude, that dude was sick.
Yeah, he was legit terrifying. And that's what I said at the beginning. I really would have liked to have seen him in his prime.
Yeah.
They could still do that.
Why did he turn into mush?
Yeah, whatever. I couldn't even tell what it was. It was like,
what is that the opposite of a Jedi?
they're
bad. They turned to coal.
They
turn to coal when they die. It's
maybe he was. What's that one character from the Old Republic that was he's already dead, but the dark side favors him, so it's holding his body together. It was probably like that.
No, not Nihilus. I know you're talking about.
Nihilus had no body, but he was his.
It was probably like that way.
I got the impression it was like a mummy desiccated. As soon as the life left him, he just integrated.
Just kind of.
Yeah,
it's just wild. I was
melty.
I was just not expecting it. I was like, oh, okay.
Anything else? Visions?
No, I'm done. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah,
I think we covered it.
We want more.
All right, so let's stick with Disney Plus.
What?
Pass it to me real quick.
Hey, Blake will say something else.
All right. That was just a teaser, then, everybody.
Okay, can you guys hear me? I was kind of hearing myself double for a second there.
No, we can hear you.
Yeah, we got
you,
man.
Right. Great. So, on the topic of Visions, I'm just saying they need to hand a series or a episode over to the guys who did Samurai Jack and Afro Samurai.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, Samurai Jack was an absolute masterpiece of animation, and Afro Samurai, I mean, just awesome, right?
Yeah, Samurai Jack guy did the Clone Wars from 2000s.
Exactly.
My point exactly.
Not to interrupt you, but I'm pretty sure my wife just bought a stun gun because I hear her in the hallway with my daughter.
That's terrifying.
So is that your cue to buy another lightsaber? How much was that stun gun?
Yeah, how much was that stun gun?
What is everybody's next lightsaber, actually?
I've got a lightsaber on the way. Shipping, DHL shipping notice. It's just been sitting in Hong Kong for the last 2 weeks.
I'm going through Saber Forge next, and I'm getting me a katana.
Nice.
Y'all all saw this coming.
Yeah.
Did anyone else notice that katanas everywhere are completely sold out?
Yeah.
Dark Wolf's done, Saber Forge. I've got a couple in, I think, but a few of them are completely sold out as well. It's like,
they've got one sold
I wonder
out.
what happened.
They don't even list the MK4.
Yeah. You know, and I never even considered a katana until Visions, and I thought, you know what, that's quite cool. Actually, that's a good concept. You know,
Nice.
Same
Yeah.
here. I'm still stuck between a katana and the Starfighter, but right now I think the katana's got it.
Yeah, I want to see
Go katana.
Ripper come up with some really cool blades.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, he's gonna come up
capabilities.
with something. He's gonna get it.
Saber wise, I've got a few planned, but I've got nothing on the way. Like,
I haven't.
I'll have something on the way shortly, but nothing as of yet. And it's nothing like super that I've got on the way that I'll have on the way. It's just an LGT, but it's a pretty sick LGT. So, but after that, I've got a Reaver planned with a dude in France who has one who's going to install that, and something else with Matt over at Babu Sabers. He's going to be doing something for me, hopefully January time-ish, which is going to be awesome. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment.
I have a problem. I have.
It's a healthy problem. It doesn't hurt anyone.
It is. I have about 4 Sabers right now. 3 are being worked on, and I ordered an empty the other night. I'm not going to say what it is because I kind of want to have it be a surprise. But the 3 that are being worked on is a DV6. Cole's working on that. I'm pretty excited about it. A Star Killer that's been in the works for months. I don't know when I'm gonna get it back. And I just sent the Obi from episode 4 to Matt. I'm pretty sure he got it today. Maybe, I don't know. I'll probably ask him later. But yeah, those 3 are being worked on, and I have a surprise empty coming in.
And if
I'm pretty sure
everybody follows KR Sabers on Facebook, he just showed what his next empty hilt's going to be, and it's pretty badass. It's kind of got a Star Killer vibe to it, but he hadn't put it on his Instagram yet, but it's on his Facebook page. If you guys get a chance, go over and check it out. There's some black to it. I don't know. It's pretty badass. Very unique. Very unique.
Do you know what Carter's favorite song is right now?
What is my favorite song?
Because I got $30,000 in credit card debt.
Yeah.
Little Family Guy reference.
Hey, Paradigm, do you remember how I brought up that I was going to bring Ahsoka to life with a mannequin?
No.
Well, I was planning to do that, like making an Ahsoka mannequin just to have in the background for live streams I do, like for Twitch and stuff. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm going to do it. Now I have a naked mannequin in my room that stares at me every night.
Nice.
Does this mannequin look anything like Rosario Dawson?
No, the plan was to
Anatomically correct.
Wait a minute, that's not a mannequin.
Wait,
No, the plan was to do Clone Wars Ahsoka because the second thing I was going to do was going to be Anakin. So I just don't know how I'm going to do it. So now I just have a naked mannequin in my room that stares at me that I threw a wig on to make it look more
Oh
human.
my god.
Yeah, you can put any kind of clothes on. It doesn't have to be naked. It doesn't have to be a costume.
I could, but that requires me to use my clothes and make it even creepier somehow.
I thought about doing something similar, and then the girlfriend was like, "No, I'm not having a creepy mannequin in my house looking at me." And I was like, "I'll have a helmet on and stuff, And she's like, "No, I'm not doing it." And I'm like, "I think you'll find that you are."
It looks
exactly.
so cool.
Exactly. You are getting a mannequin.
That just looks so cool.
Tim, you can DM me a pic of that, right? And I can say, yeah, but it looks so cool. Look at this.
Come on.
I can have that standing in the corner,
I got the armor. I got to put it somewhere.
Yeah, I can't wear it all the time. Well, I could, but I don't think my employer would be very happy. Although I do require a mask.
Just wearing a Clone Trooper helmet.
I do want to talk about one thing I do have coming. I don't have too many Sabers coming, but Gray Paladin and we did this strange thing where we both we decided to buy different finishes of the same Eco Saber from Saber Forge. And mine's due to arrive in a couple days. He living in Belgium. He has to rely on the post office to deliver it to the base that he lives near. So we're gonna do a dual live stream where we're gonna unbox the same saber, different finishes. I don't know. It's just a thing we thought.
Same setup for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We haven't figured out the logistics for it, but I mean, just so everyone can kind of see a dual unboxing. I don't know. Has it ever been done before? I think not.
It's the first ever.
Yeah, the first ever. We don't know. It's
groundbreaking.
Cody and I were going to do that with the RVS, and then Pack Store completely messed up Cody's order for about 6 friggin' months.
As the Pack Store does. I've got a birthday coming up, and I thought, well, all right, I'm gonna buy the Qui-Gon flight.
Yeah,
It had been available. It had been available. Today, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get it for my birthday. Sold out. All the flights are sold out. So,
just a quick thing to note, though, if you had ordered that for your birthday this year, you'd probably expect to receive it by Christmas of next year.
True enough, yeah.
Honestly.
So
I felt so bad for Cody, man. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucked, but I got it, and it's chilling. It just sits now. So
I was going to ask you actually, Scott, real quick. How long do those Eco Sabers from Saberforge take to come?
Well, I mean, they're true to their word as far as what they say on the website. I think it's like 3 to 4 weeks. So
yeah, it took me 3 weeks to get mine.
Yeah, and mine, but they ship it. Like for me, they ship it FedEx, and I mean, FedEx is just like. Is there anything less efficient?
It sucks over here as well, FedEx.
I mean, why does it take a week and a half to come from inside the United States? Whatever. I don't give a shit. But it's just like, what are you gonna do, right?
Well, FedEx is a strange one. It is a strange one.
I can't even open it up when it arrives anyway. I probably gotta end up holding on to it for another week, so I don't really care. But it's like, yeah.
So I recently had to mail off the Babu Frick doll. The guy that won it, Fort Tyeth, is in England, and so I went up to the UPS store that's right up the street, and I boxed it all up, and they process it. And like, all right, it's going to be $227 to ship it.
What?
Like, whoa. Like maybe not. I'm not going to do that. I was like, are there any other options? They're like, oh yeah, you could ship with the post office. I was like, okay. I was like, do I have to go there, or can I? Like, no, you can do that here. I was like, all right, how much is that? That's $20.
Yeah, I was just going to say because
fuck you. I mean,
Elvis
seriously.
sent me over a package and it was like $25.
Yeah.
And it took like 10 days, something like that.
And it took no time at all. It was like, yeah, they really are the best one to ship.
Ship it to Malaysia.
How do companies get away with that? Like, really, 200 and something bucks, and it's the same service. I mean, let's be honest. In fact, it would probably take longer to get delivered with FedEx.
Yeah, that's no shit. They're going to try to charge me, that much to ship it through UPS, but it didn't cost me that much to ship it. But this is also proof that the giveaways really happened. I gave away, he got it. And he got something extra. I gave him a little Darth Vader wallet with it as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. When I shipped my Vector off to get the CFX the first time, I went to FedEx. It was like $160. And I'm like, what? I'm like, can I tell how much I'm having to pay to have it upgraded? I'm like, no. I went to the post office. It was like $25.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is there a huge price difference?
Even DHL are far cheaper, and they're a better service.
Yeah, DHL is awesome.
DHL is pretty solid.
Yeah.
They give you update. They're really good.
Yeah. It's not. It's like the last couple of times I've had to deal with DHL. The first one was the Skinny Flex, and the second one was the Vectra. And both times they came 2 days early. It literally went like the skinny went Hong Kong, Leipzig to England, and then within like 12 hours it went from England to my door. You know, because their main customs hub is in England. You know, and it's like, whoa.
So can anybody tell me what the fuck is going on with Australia? Because I have my helmet was shipped from Australia a month ago, and nothing. I've gotten like 3 things from China the same time. You know, that's the same place, man.
Australia is a
They're
friggin'
going
phenomenon.
to like a COVID weird zone kind of thing. There's some weird shit going on there.
One of my buddies, Chris, he just opened up. He just became an LGT vendor, Seraph Sabers, because there isn't really much in Australia. You've got Oz Sabers in Australia, which have been around for a while, but there's not really kind of much else. And he opened up maybe about a month ago, and he's doing quite well. And I was like, oh, dude, I'll need to get something from you, you know, like a little bit of support for your buddy's store. And he said, dude, I would, but like shipping that over there, it would take like 2 months to come.
Yeah.
It would cost a friggin' fortune. And I'm like, why? I can get stuff from Hong Kong in 3 days.
Yeah.
Why is Australia a friggin' phenomenon? Like, what's going on?
They have not won at COVID, apparently.
That's the strangest thing. I mean, I've ordered directly from LGT and gotten Sabers in like 4 days. You try to order it within the States, and it's like, you know, hey, how about a week and a half, and it costs twice as much.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the secret? What's the formula here, you know?
Usually, from what I've seen, they use DHL from LGT. You know, that's like kind of the quick service. You can get the kind of, you know, the China Air packet, which takes like 6 weeks. Pardon me. But again, DHL, I swear by DHL. If I see anything's getting delivered by DHL, I am like, yes.
How do they make it look so easy? I'm like, where everyone else struggles, and it's kind of like you watch the
newest of the guys on the block too. You know, DHL is the newest of the companies.
I've literally watched something like they'll leave Shenzhen, China, or whatever, and then like 2 days later, it's in New York. And I'm like, oh, it's in New York. Okay, that's cool. It'll be in New York for a few days. And maybe like a day later, it ships out, and then it's in like the city next to and then like I'll have it within a week. You know, you can watch it. It's moving. Yeah. Whereas FedEx, like FedEx will be like, like when I bought this, why was this in France for a week? I don't get that. That's strange, but whatever.
It's just, honestly, dude, it's just German, man. The Germans are just accurate. You know, like, thankfully they weren't very accurate back in the 40s. Yeah. But, like, you know, they're just accurate. You know, they're very, very on time. They're very regimented, the Germans.
Hey, maybe we should retreat. No. Fight to the death. My honor's at stake.
You know, I don't know, man. But, like, yeah, Australia's a friggin' phenomenon, but DHL are a godsend.
Yeah,
you know,
they're pretty good. I've never had issues.
Oh, I like all right, guys. So let's talk upcoming Star Wars series. So for this, you know, this can be, you know, we really want to know what character are you most, you know, looking forward to seeing in these upcoming series. So this can be somebody that we know is going to be there. So we're talking, you know, Anakin, we know will be in the new series, or it can be somebody that we don't know for sure, an Ezra, Thrawn, Mace Windu. Who is it that, you know, you're looking forward to see? Who is it that you want to see realized in live action, either for the first time or, you know, another surprise? You know, is there a character that can top the Mando finale? That's kind of what I'm getting at. So I'll throw that out for anybody.
I'll go first. To answer the Mando finale, yes, I believe that they can definitely top that finale, like 100%. Like they can just easily do it. So I feel like that finale is going to get topped. Honestly, my answer is no surprise to anybody. I'm excited to see Vader. I'm very excited to see Vader again because the last time we saw him in live action was in Rogue One, and he was only in that movie for like 10 minutes. And I feel like with Kenobi, he won't be in Kenobi for long. He'll probably be in Kenobi for maybe 2 episodes. And he probably won't be in those 2 episodes for very long. That's just my theory.
So do you think it's going to be Vader or Anakin or both?
I feel like it will be both. Like it will be
Yeah.
flashbacks with Anakin, and it will be Vader, like in and out of the suit. So I'm excited to see that part of. I know everyone's excited for Ewan McGregor coming back, and I'm excited for him coming back too. But listen, it's part of my logo. I'm a huge sucker for Vader. I love him. He's a great freaking character. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to see Vader, because with Vader, I like people talk about this a lot. I don't think Disney is scared to use Vader. I think if they use him and make a show, it would be one of the greatest things to ever happen to Star Wars. Disney is not scared to use him. Disney is smart in the fact that they're not going to use him a ton, because they know for a fact if they overuse Vader, people are going to get tired of him. People are going to get tired of Vader very quickly. So they just throw him in Rogue One for boom. Now you're hungry for Vader. Now you want Vader back. All right, put Vader in Kenobi. Boom, we're going to take Vader out. Now you're hungry. So they know, what Vader's worth. They know that. So they're not going to use him a ton because they don't want to overuse him.
They've mastered the Vader tease.
Yeah, Vader tease. So they're not afraid. They know what Vader means. So I'm very, very excited to see Vader. Vader's like a fine wine you bring out every now and then.
Apparently, Christensen was present for pretty much the entire filming.
Oh,
from what I've heard, he was
I just love how he's been embraced. You know, because he was kind of shit on for a little bit. You know, when the prequels first came out, and kind of ran away from all of this, and then now it's almost like he's a hero and he's come back to save us all. And I like that aspect of it, just seeing that, I mean, he's going to cons and shit, seeing how he's embracing this as well. I really dig that. And for me, on the Kenobi part, I'm excited to see flashback Jedi armor, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka together. That's kind of what I want to see. But that's not the character that I'm most looking forward to. I think I'm most looking forward to Thrawn. For me, Thrawn from the books early on, and then the fleshing out in Rebels, and just I'm assuming that we're going to find out whatever the hell happened with him and Ezra, because that's talk about a fucking cliffhanger. I mean, how long has that been going on? And we have no idea what's going, and so to me, I'm more excited. It's not to see Thrawn so much as to see the culmination of that story, because I've made it no secret that I'm more of a Rebels fans than a Clone Wars fans. Rebels for me is awesome. Rebels is my favorite Maul is Rebels Maul. My favorite lightsaber fight is Obi-Wan versus Maul in Rebels. So I want to see that story culminated. So it's not so much the actors that they cast for them. It's just finding out what the hell happened.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see whatever Sith is in the Acolyte. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I am super pumped for that show. I want it to be dark, Sith, lightning come out of somebody's ears, something crazy. I want to see some dark Star Wars. So I'm really excited to see whoever the Sith or Siths plural.
Have they started shooting anything on that yet?
I don't know.
Still in
production
at the moment.
It's gonna be. It might be like 2022, 23-ish, but I'm really looking forward to that, because it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be like Empire Strikes Back, only it's a series. Dark side stuff, kicking somebody's ass. That's what I'm hoping for. Anyways. But yeah, I'm really anxious to see what they do with that show. But who you want to see who you most excited to see in the upcoming Star Wars series?
All right, who am I most excited to see? I gotta go with Anakin, Ahsoka. Honestly, Thrawn would be great. Don't care much for Ezra, but if you want my honest opinion on what I want to see, I want to see a live action just interpretation of the book Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader. That book was awesome. That'd be great. What's that dog going off about?
Yeah, I
And
think they could.
stepping
I really
off.
do think they could hold a Darth Vader series. I mean, it's something like this on Disney Plus just to flesh it out.
Oh yeah,
They could definitely do it. They could definitely do it, but
Have you guys ever read that book?
I haven't personally. No,
It's good.
I've not long finished Plagueis a couple months back, and I've just actually downloaded the audiobook for Revan, which I've never read.
Yeah, I was listening to that. I got about 2/3 of the way through, and then I don't have as long of a drive to work anymore, so
That's
I
the
need to
one,
just pick
Cody.
the
That's
book
the
up and
one.
start reading it.
Yeah, no, I thought I'll get the book, and I thought no, because I'm going to start. I started working out again. I'm like, you know what? I'll get the audiobook and I'll listen to that while I'm working out. You know, because
The Bane one, there's a Bane trilogy that's good too.
Oh,
What about Death Troopers? Can we have a Death Troopers movie?
That would be cool.
I love Death Troopers. I would love to see Inferno Squad in something like properly, not just the game. I really dug that whole campaign for Battlefront 2. You know,
I didn't know they were sending special forces.
Yeah,
Shannon, that little thing's making all that noise.
Yes, that little thing is making all that noise.
I thought for sure you were hiding a wolf in there or something.
No,
Dude,
it's more like
cool.
a big moth.
Your dog's
monster.
smaller than my cat.
No, he's not a wolf. He's a luck dragon. He's a luck dragon.
There's a left track.
Oh please, that thing is a misfortune dragon, Shannon.
So I do kind of feel like too. I feel like Book of Boba Fett is going to pull a Mando on us, if you will, because with the Mandalorian, I think they did a beautiful thing in that we were all obsessed with Ahsoka, and they slipped Luke in without us really realizing it. And I think Boba Fett's going to be something like that, where we're going to be obsessed about this, and then boom, here comes fucking Mace Windu, or you know.
I was just going to say that, like, you know,
I mean,
Cody and
I'm telling you,
Zach
because
and Jesse have
Robert
been talking about that for months.
Rodriguez
Yes.
is adamant that this show delivers, and you know, I don't know, I feel like it could be, you know, if Boba gets revenge, you know, on Mace for killing his pops, holy shit.
Yep.
Someone get Jesse on here, man. He would literally be kissing you right now. He's been saying that for months. He's
Literally.
like,
That's why I'm like, this shit's
kill
hilarious.
Mace. Yep. You know, I would love to see Mace Windu come back. You know,
I just hope they don't fire anyone else for having an opinion.
well, like, well, apparently Gina Carano's coming back.
Good.
Apparently
the fan base
she's going-
wanted that.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I seen something today. Apparently Gina Carano's coming back. I don't know if it's true, but apparently so.
Yeah, I saw that she's not this next season, but she'll be back for the
Season 4.
fourth and last
That's good.
season.
You know, so does that mean that we might get Rangers of the New Republic back?
I'd love to. I'd love to see. I mean,
You know,
I'm excited to see Andor, you know, because that's, again, upon rewatching, Rogue One was one of my, I like it more every time I see it. And I'm hoping that it really has that same kind of dirty feel that it had. So, and Andor, I feel like, is kind of flown under the radar. You know, it's already done, and we've heard barely anything about it. So,
it's one of those ones where we've heard nothing about it, and it is going to intrigue a lot of people, I think, because we've heard nothing. Everyone's so focused on Book of Boba and Kenobi at this point, where, like you said, Andor has just completely slipped under the radar, and a lot of people forgot about it. I forgot about Andor. You know, I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's finished. They've filmed it. You know, and I loved Rogue One, and I'm so intrigued by this backstory to this character, you know, but completely. Sam, did you see that from a certain clickbait channel? Actually, no. I didn't. It was
Mike Zero.
come together. Oh God, don't even. No, let's not go there.
Jesus.
Let's
I've
not even
mentioned it
talk about
earlier in
that.
comments, but I gotta put together a list of what I
Fucking
consider
Carter,
canon
dude.
because I absolutely do not consider the new trilogy canon.
But no, I actually seen that on. What did I see that? I seen it on Instagram this morning. Well, I don't know if it's accurate or true, but I seen it on Instagram. Breaking news leaks. I wonder who we're all talking about.
Dun dun dun.
So, about what series I guess I'm most hyped on, unless Paranormal's gonna go. Are you gonna go? Because I think it's just you and I
could
left,
be really,
right?
really quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just kind of following Timsley. You know, as a Rebels fan, I just would, you know, whatever they come up with in an Ahsoka series, or even they could slip something into the Book of Boba Fett somehow. But I just want to see the cast of Rebels fleshed out. I want to see who they would have playing Hera, and of course Sabine, because I love Sabine. But Thrawn, just I would love a flashback with Freddie Prinze Jr. playing Kanan as a Force Ghost or something like that. That would be just like that would really, really make me happy. And
I sent that clip to all of y'all, didn't I? The clip of Freddie Prinze Jr. just basically schooling this dude on the Force.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's fucking awesome. I mean, he's getting so into it. He's like, look, I learned from Filoni and he learned from Lucas. So this isn't an argument. This is a fact.
yeah. So so that's basically where I'm at, you know. But because I'm gonna take it as it comes. Like I'm gonna watch all of it, and you know, just you know that Disney does not screw around. They're gonna come up with some really, really bougie surprises for all of us, you know.
Borrowing words from Ravens over there, I see.
Bougie.
Huh?
He uses that word all.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Disney now kind of finally get it?
No.
With the television side of things, absolutely. I don't think they've messed up really once on that. So just, you know, let's put the movies on the back burner for right now. I don't give a shit about those. You know, I don't go to a theater anyway to see it. So just keep putting out series right now for me. Those things are gold.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind like a rated R Vader film, or, you know, an actually good Old Republic trilogy with Revan and Nihilus, Malgus, all them.
Well, there was something in the works, wasn't there, with what's his name, Ryan Johnson, about an Old Republic trilogy, and then they took it off of him, and then he got it back, and then they took it off of him, and then he got it back. I don't know what's going on there.
At one point, they gave it to the guys who did Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
What are they, if they're gonna do, you know, new Star Wars movies? I mean, if anybody saw the making of Mandalorian season 1, the folks that directed each of the episodes, they, you know, give them a chance to like do a movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they proved themselves. They can handle Star Wars material. The directors that they've had doing Star Wars up to this point, I mean, have been like, meh, you know.
Well, and Cody, wasn't that on your stream where they were talking about how they've now built like 5 of those, you know, 360 fucking setups? So they're just cranking out Star Wars series now, you know?
Oh yeah.
And that technology, that's the best thing that has ever been invented.
That technology is amazing. It's truly
and the actors all
incredible.
agree because they're like, they don't have to pretend anymore. You know, now they're sitting there and they see what they're supposed to see. That's just awesome.
It's ridiculous. It's awesome.
So Cody, what are you looking forward to?
It's crazy. The exact same thing you and Scott are excited for. I'm hyped on like Kenobi. I once again, I'm gonna love it all. I'm gonna like and watch it all. But I am most excited for like Ezra, Thrawn, the Ahsoka stuff. Like I was so, because obviously, like I've explained it a bunch of times. I've watched all the movies tons of times, but like as far as watching all the animated series, I just watched all those last year and finished Rebels this year, and I'm still on level like 10 hype for Rebels. Like I loved it. Like season 3,
Such a great
episode
series.
1, like
really.
dude, what? Like that episode had me like, is he using a Sith holocron? He's using a Sith holocron. Like this is exactly what I've wanted. Like everything. So it's like that entire series, I liked it a lot. So like seeing live action, and on top of that, just getting some sort of reason behind everything, or maybe like some answers. Like I don't know. I'm very excited for that.
Vader riding in on the top of a fucking TIE fighter
Yeah.
entrance. Enough said. That's the baddest thing ever.
Yeah.
Everything in Rebels between Ahsoka and Anakin / Vader was just
revenge is
it
not
breaks.
the Jedi way.
I am no Jedi.
Yeah.
God, that I get so much feels from that shit. That was some of the best Star Wars. Period. Yeah.
I agree.
That's why I have this.
Oh, is that a saber match?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, whoever said give it to the directors who did Mandalorian, I'll do you one better. Give it to fucking Star Wars Theory.
Oh god.
It's a fair point, actually. I've actually got a suggestion for like a producer, director, kind of executive producer thing for a movie, right? Filoni, Favreau, and you'll never ever see this coming. Justin Lin. Justin Lin's done some great stuff.
I'm just saying, Star Wars Theory is why we don't have Star Wars What If. He's done it all.
Oh yeah, cannot wait for his second one.
Yeah,
I mean they kind of owed him anyway. There was that one producer was such a dick to him.
Seriously, Hidalgo,
Oh, yeah.
What a fucking dick.
Criticizing a guy for having feels for like the product that you produced, like not everybody that was the shit when Luke showed up didn't freaking start squirting tears a little bit,
Man.
And again, what you created had the exact response that you should have wanted.
Yeah.
And what you do, you make fun of the guy.
I mean, Hidalgo can suck a fat choke.
It didn't make any sense at all.
Right.
Like I get it, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't mock the guy. Give the guy a friggin' job. Like, look at what he done.
Yeah.
I mean, he made a better fan film than any of the sequels.
Yeah, that Mace Windu film is awesome.
It's like, yeah, give the guy a job. Give him some creative.
Well, and then if you see the story of kind of how he really was attached to Luke and the whole cancer thing and all of that, you understand how much is going into seeing what he felt was a true representation of his hero that he felt was kind of shit on in the Last Jedi. So I completely get it, but I just
and then people were shit on him for his reaction.
For Disney, right? Pablo Hidalgo still works for Disney, I think.
They should just fire that guy. Has he done anything useful lately?
I don't believe in canceling the dude for being a dick, but he definitely should have apologized.
Yeah.
Because, people, they don't just like go into the shit and like put all that work in and get a job, and then lose their job because they're an asshole like a few times. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, you should man up and like, say, hey, I was in the wrong, I mean,
this is the company that fired Gina Carano because people say,
yeah,
you got to fire
yeah,
her.
but she'll be back because she's awesome. So I mean, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say though. This is the same company that fired her. So
but how many people now
how many
came from YouTube, and they've now gone on to work for Lucasfilm. I think the first one I knew of was a guy called Ryan Weber, who'd done a fan film like 15 years ago.
Didn't they hire the guy that they hired some guy that did a face correct thing on the deep fake on Luke.
Hired him as well. Yeah. You know,
they're just hire Star Wars Theory.
And you look at someone like Star Wars Theory, who is undoubtedly the biggest Star Wars channel in this whole community. You know, and
literally bigger than the Star Wars channel itself.
Exactly. You know, he makes a fan film that's arguably, some would argue, not better, but you know, most of us would say is spot on. It's bang on. You know, it's a reality that I think most people, they dug it. You know, I remember watching it. I was like, oh, this is friggin' awesome. You know, and they shit all over him for doing that, and then the reaction that he had with the finale for Mando season 2, when he was literally sitting crying, and people were making fun of him.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off, you know. Like, the guy does this for entertainment for everyone, you know. And you've got Lucasfilm shitting all over him, and you get people making fun of him for crying because he's got such a deep affiliation with this character. Like, a lot of people have. You know, like the guy gets the wrong end of the stick so many times.
I sit there and watch the reaction videos of people watching the Luke scene in that last match. I mean, I've watched probably 10 hours of reaction videos of that. So
yeah. I mean, there's one specific video. I can't remember who did it. He does I don't know the channel. I don't remember the name of it, but they do. It's like some of the best reaction to all the Mando episodes. And the compilation for the finale. I mean, if you're not like getting the feels hard at the end of that,
and just seeing the point where everybody realizes it's Luke, you know, where there's some people that as soon as that X-wing comes in, they're like, oh, and then some people don't even realize it after they show his whole hilt. You know, they're still not. It's like when he takes the hood off, they're like, oh, it's Luke.
But everyone was elated.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
I've got a video. I've got a video of my mum like crying at that episode. You know, I'd seen it beforehand, and then she came down to ours for Christmas for a couple of weeks, and I was like, "Oh, you need to watch Mando season 2 because we watched season 1 during the first lockdown." And the whole way through the second season, I was like, I can't wait for the finale. Like, she is going to cry like a baby, you know. And sure enough, she welled up and she was going for it. And I'm sat there like a dick with a camera going, you know, like it just.
You have that on YouTube?
I was thinking about it, but I might not be around. I might not be around long enough to enjoy the spoils because she may kill me.
I'll post it on mine. Give it to me. I'll post it on mine. She'll never know.
She was not best pleased one evening when I was hanging out with Cody and Zach, and I took her phone call.
I remember that.
And I sent her the recording by a text message, and I got a text message back with 2 simple words: "You dick."
I personally would love to see Ron react to that shit.
How dare you, Zach? He's trying to cancel me. Jesus.
Hey, ain't nobody canceling Ravens. That's only happening over our dead bodies. And Paradigm's trying. All I'm saying, though.
Nice.
Paradigm's gonna kill us. Will Paradigm kill us, or will a Disney hit squad come and kill us for saying Pablo Doggo can go suck a fat show?
No, twice.
Oh, man.
Hey, did they ever fire the chick who was over the new trilogy?
Kathleen Kennedy? No.
Kennedy?
They won't fire her.
No.
They will not fire her. She's, you know, I don't know.
Apparently, she was taking like a gardening.
I mean, she hired Filoni and him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is she gave us the movies, but she also gave us Dave Filoni and all the TV series. So
Yeah.
She was handpicked by George Lucas anyway to take. I mean, she's anointed.
I do love the story that Filoni gives when he went for the interview, and he didn't even realize really it was an interview. And then afterwards he was hired and he really didn't even realize he was hired.
What a story to tell, down the line.
I could say the best episodes of Last Airbender were the ones directed by Filoni. And
didn't he do Avatar as well? The TV show,
Airbender. Yeah. He directed some Avatar episodes, and those were the best episodes of the entire series.
Yeah.
They're also the ones that explore war crimes for some reason.
Who's firing up sound fonts?
I think that would be.
Oh, sorry.
Not me.
The one holding a saber.
She's not the Jedi.
I was looking around and I couldn't see anyone holding anything.
Not me. I promise. I can fire one. See? Look at. I'm not doing anything.
I know nothing.
It's paradigm.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just kidding. Now I'm doing it. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
Shannon, charge my Scion. I'll annoy people with my sound fonts.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I got a cord, man.
It's an Android charger.
Yep, I might have one.
While we're on the subject of the TV shows and everything, obviously Shannon touched on it.
Like Disney's keeping track of your Disney Plus account, your YouTube channel, and they know you're going to the park next week, so you don't want to fuck around. They'll blackball your ass and you won't go in.
Well, I'll tell you what, they'll hate it. They'll hate it when they find out that I've been downloading their content. That's a joke. Don't cancel me.
We don't know you, man.
Hey, the Pirate Bay is your best friend on that one.
I've got a Disney hit squad just incoming. I can hear the chopper coming.
King Mickey's on board. He's coming for you personally.
It's like Pluto and Goofy.
That's it. You'll see a Mickey Mouse shaped friggin' laser on my forehead in a minute.
Minnie Mouse dressed like what's her name from Kill Bill? The yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
He's got a Hattori Hanzo.
The bride.
Did anybody see the newest Smash reveal trailer?
No.
We got Sora. And that we got Sora, and that one little Mickey Mouse keychain being on screen for 2 seconds probably cost Nintendo about $30,000.
Or more.
And the rest. I was going to quickly say though, like when we're on the subject, because Shannon touched on it, and it's a series that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm really intrigued by, and it's Acolyte, because we know not much about it, and a lot of us have spoken about Acolyte before. I know Cody and Carter, I know we've spoken about this before, like I think with Zach and Benji and people like that. Do you guys think it needs to be like exceptionally dark? Maybe even R-rated, or at least.
That's what I want, but I don't. Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever get R-rated. I really don't.
Yeah.
No, they need it accessible to. Like
I almost
Rogue One
feel
level.
like that was part of the deal with when Lucas sold it is never R-rated. But I can't know for sure.
They can go dark without going R-rated.
Yeah, you can get really dark.
Would you say that like
dark?
And I say that basically, they could still get an R rating. You'll never see sex or that kind of thing in it, But I've been intrigued because I'd kind of heard whispers early on that it may be a Palpatine kind of story from way back when he was first getting into it, which that really wouldn't interest me. I mean, I'd kind of want to see a generic Sith acolyte from the old Republic when there were, thousands of them, just, kind of learning the dark and evil ways of the Force. I just think that, but make it an anti-hero, make it to where you feel and you understand why they're doing what they're doing. And I think that would be the genius of it, you know.
But what if Plagueis was in it too?
That,
you got
you know,
some
again, that
Plagueis.
would be a bad thing, you know.
Yeah.
I think
Well, it's
that's an
supposed to be from that.
unexplored. I don't even know how much of Plagueis is canon. How much did they have story? Did they have books around that? I mean, how much of his story?
Apparently the book is canon, but no one knows anymore because they change that every friggin' day.
Yeah. He
But
doesn't mention him in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, so he has a canon figure. Like, I think it is around that time. It's around the time of, I don't know if Plagueis has just been offed by Palpatine. Spoiler alert.
It was his master.
I don't know if he's just been offed by him, and it's maybe, you know, Palpatine's first apprentice or so. There's not really much information to go on apart from rumors, you know, like friggin' Mike Zero and this type, you know.
You know, Snoke was Plagueis, just so you know. Snoke was Plagueis.
Snoke was Plagueis?
Oh yeah, he was. Totally. Mike Zero said that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Snoke was Plagueis. Yeah.
Mike Zero knows
Final word.
I'm not going to lie. I used to watch his content religiously.
And Snoke, and I think that would, you know, bring up our next topic, which is a great topic, which is who's your favorite Star Wars bad guy and why? And I'm going to let anybody jump in first. You know, I think Carter, I mean, we know who you're going to say.
Yeah.
And we know why you're going to say it, because he is obviously the best Star Wars bad guy by far. He's, I think, the best cinematic villain ever. But
yeah, so you can skip me because literally everyone knows. So
yeah, but I'd like to hear why.
Carter's favorite villain is General Grievous. We all know that. Oh, well.
Right.
The question should have been Star Wars bad guy who is not Vader or Anakin.
Okay, besides Vader, Darth Maul. I love Darth Maul.
Maul saved the prequels for me.
They
took
a character who was offed in the first movie who really shouldn't have been offed. They took that character, they brought him into the Clone Wars, and they made his story so much better than anyone could imagine.
He was awesome in Clone Wars, yeah.
And the way they like offed him like good was just a beautiful moment. That duel, Obi-Wan and Maul, which was like wasn't really a duel, it was a few slashes and then boom, done. That was a beautiful moment. Just on all sides when you watch Maul's story.
Yeah.
No, on that note, that's my favorite bad guy is Darth Maul. I mean, the first time you see the double-bladed lightsaber in the movies, he's got the tattoos, and you're just like, what the hell is that? And then he's just like, I was like, yep, that's a bad mother jammer right there. Yeah.
So what did he do? What did he do? Do that one more time. There you go. I love it.
Yeah, like Carter said, like, you know, you think he gets killed, and then, you know, he shows back up in the anime, in the animated series, and I'm like, oh, he's not dead. You know,
well, and it doesn't hurt that John Williams wrote the baddest fucking entrance song for anybody for him, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, I wish there was a chance that he was going to be the main villain in the sequel trilogy.
He was supposed to be, according to Lucas's ideas.
My God, why? Oh, man, why?
With him, and was it Talon going to be his apprentice?
Yeah. Yes. That's just a missed opportunity. I mean,
I would watch that just for Talon.
Imagine that? Yeah, I mean, but could you imagine the sequel trilogies and the, you know?
Well, that's the thing with Andor, I mean, couldn't we have Crimson Dawn chilling around that?
Yes. God,
so who's to say he's not going to show back up? Because, you know, I'd really like, we saw that lightsaber briefly at the end of the movie, but I'd love to see that in live action. And I'd love to see Ray Park, you know, really going at it. And how would they do the legs, you know, in live action? So, yeah, and you know that Ray Park would come back to it if they, you know, it'd be as soon as the phone rang, he'd pick it up. Yep. No, I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. Absolutely.
Did Ray Park get canceled too?
Probably.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
Showing his man junk a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Come on.
Everybody's got
Is
a
that,
dick pic.
are we not supposed to do that now? Is that's frowned upon?
He's still a legend, though. I mean, come on, like the guy's still a legend.
So
You know?
for me, and love them all. You know, obviously Vader's the baddest of the bad, but my favorite villain is Boba Fett. I just such a small amount of screen time in you know episode or in Empire and Return of the Jedi. Gone in Jedi, but then for me, resurrected in the books because you had the Tales from the Canteen and you realize that he got out. Dingar actually helped him out of the Rancor. And then when kind of rumors came that, oh, you know, he's going to be back, and they had the brief heels in the first season of Mando where it was the sound of him walking. So that was kind of what I was excited about for the second season of Mando. Is I think I saw some screenshots where it's the shot of Mando riding the speeder bike, and somebody had outlined Boba Fett's armor in the bag on the side of that. And so that everybody was excited about Ahsoka. I was like, holy shit, we're going to get Boba Fett again. So for me, the fact that he came back for that, the fact that we can finally see him, the scene where he put that armor back on in Mando, and you get to see Boba Fett as a badass, because he went out as a punk, man. I mean, that was just kind of hit his jetpack, and he screamed like a girl, hit the side of the sail barge, and just fell right into the, you know, that's just a punk ending for him. So the fact that we can have him now, we get to see him as the badass that he was, and now we'll have our own series. I love that. But yeah, Boba is my favorite bad guy.
I love the way he walked in at the end of season 2 and just like, oh, Boba, it's so good to see you. Fuck you. Like, you know, it was so good.
Poor Toonie, you fat fuck.
Yeah, exactly. He just put on so much weight. Boba.
No, I think it was
a
fan art. Somebody had done a picture of him sitting on Jabba's throne, dangling a stormtrooper with the Rancor underneath, you know, about to bite the stormtrooper's legs. It was pretty awesome. And then somebody else, not Mike Zero, but somebody else said that there is a point in the series where he will be riding a Rancor.
Oh, dude, if that's a thing, I would
take my money.
And we've only got to wait like 10 weeks for this.
Yes, it's going to be awesome.
Like, yes. I think for me, this might not be a popular one, but I love Kylo Ren's story. I love the relationship between him and Luke. I love the background, you know. I don't necessarily love. Yeah, exactly. I've got the helmet up there, and one of my first helmets. You know, I don't necessarily love some of the films, but the story for me is there. You know, like the relationship with him and Luke. Mm-hmm. And then he's been easily led down this path by Snoke, which we know who is Palpatine, which is bullshit. And then the redemption by a woman, you know, because it's really Rey that turns him back, and we see the redemption because of Rey, you know.
And I think too soon.
Yeah, we got Reylo for 2 seconds, but like there's just something so poetic about his full journey through the three movies, you know. He was a kind of confused boy. He went full on rage mode in 8, and then 9 there were some questions there, you know, and there was this the whole time there was this kind of intriguing feeling between him and Rey, and we've seen a bit more of that in 8, and then 9 again it was a bit more, you know. And there's just something very poetic there about a woman kind of taming the beast, you know. If we've all got wives or girlfriends, we kind of know how that kind of goes, you know. Because like I was brought up to be an animal. You know, I was brought up to be a complete monster in terms of be competitive, be the best you can be, and win everything you can. You know, in life. You know, and there's a point where you meet someone, and that all kind of calms down a little bit. You know, and I've seen a lot of that in that story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so for me that's kind of and fucking crossguard lightsaber. Come on.
Yeah. I love how we got a new lightsaber in each trilogy.
Yeah.
You know, you got the saber blade or the saber staff in the prequels, and then you get the crossguard in that.
Kick ass. And then the umbrella in Visions.
Yeah, we got the dark saber in Clone Wars. You know?
Oh, dark saber.
So, my favorite villain. Am I allowed to make dirty jokes here, or is that out?
We're all men. We're all grown ups.
Okay. So, the only thing I like about Snoke is he has the only power I want of his is the one he used when he finally meets Rey to bend her over backwards. But
I knew you was gonna say that. Oh my god.
You saw it coming. But let's be honest here, my favorite villain is easily Nihilus. Like, motherfucker eats planets.
Yeah.
You don't get more badass than that.
I agree with Zach 100%. Dark Ray just does something to me that like no other Star Wars woman does. I love Dark Ray.
I agree with that.
I love Dark Ray.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's in the movie for 5 freaking seconds. I will pause it.
You like the teeth? The sharp teeth? The sharp
Pause
teeth.
and loop. Pause and loop.
Wasn't that like one of the big points in the trailer with Dark Ray?
Yeah. That's when I first saw love.
That's the only thing I got excited for that movie. And it's there for like 5 seconds, then it's gone.
What
Not to mention her lightsaber, her double-bladed lightsaber that folds up. That's one of the coolest lightsabers in all of Star Wars.
I forget about that one. That's another new one, you know?
Well, we can't let Shannon get one of those. We already saw what happened last time he wielded his staff against me.
Look, I don't know if you noticed, but it's back.
It works.
Don't make me break it again, Shannon.
Full screen. You can show it.
I'll break it again.
Have a full,
You know, like,
have a full duel off right now.
Yeah, duel off right now, man. Let's try and break it again.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes.
Sorry,
to
don't
let's,
try again.
let's see if we can break it in 20. No, not really.
Oh god,
Oh, he's gone.
no.
He's going for it. He's going
He's
for
awful.
it.
he's going to get something to break it. So if we'll start dueling here. Oh no, I got to prepare myself. He's coming. He's coming.
It's gonna happen.
He's a wild man.
Paradigm, who's your
I
bad
see
guy?
you over there.
shit.
All right, Paradigm's going to tell us who his favorite bad guy is. Don't stab me.
He's like walking away. He's like, oh god.
Do you want me to call?
There we go.
Do you want me to write the Saber Trio now?
What?
I could go on Facebook and message them and say, hey, Shannon's doing this vector again. Yeah, how many more free sabers you want to give away?
Replacements do we get?
Don't tell him I'm abusing it, okay?
No, I'll just tell them that you were dueling with Blake. That I want to say that my favorite Star Wars bad guy is Carter sold me. It's Maul because his, he had such a minimal storyline in Phantom Menace and Clone Wars, and Rebel just fleshed him out on so many levels. And then, basically, Maul beat the shit out of a bunch of clone troopers with a door.
Oh, that's the best hallway scene,
If you could not even have a lightsaber and just beat the crap out of people with like stuff.
cutting them in half. Oh, it's so badass.
I mean, Vader was like tormenting Luke and everything in Empire. Yeah, he had a lightsaber. Maul had nothing except the Force, and he walked out of there and he was just like, bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, bitch slap, stole a ship. Yeah, he's pretty much the dude. That's it.
We need more Maul.
We do.
Would not mind. I want
Need
to
more
like
Star
a Crimson
Wars.
Dawn storyline of Maul. I think that would be cool.
I think I got that on here.
Cody, who you got, man? Who's your bad guy?
So is this just like movies or everything in general?
No, it's whatever you want, man.
Oh, it's XR Kun then.
Oh.
100%.
Why?
Why? Because he's the baddest of bad, man. Like XR was an amazing Jedi in the making and decided, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna be the most powerful thing ever, and then became the most powerful thing pretty much ever, and lasted through all, I guess in Legends terms, all the way till like recent times. I mean, he's been around since Old Republic. He had Mandalore the Great under him. Like he was like the strongest Sith at some point. I mean, I don't know. XR to me, I don't know. I just feel like since I like Sith, if I'm gonna like one, I just feel like he's a Sith of choice for me. What else do I like about him? His saber was sick. The fact that I can't remember what he was cursed by. But he was cursed by something that like made like, I don't know if Scott knows much about XR. I can't remember what the seal was called, but he had like some sort of seal put in his head, and like he just looks like he went from your typical normal looking dude to like the most insane looking Sith character you can have besides like Nihilus, and like without a mask. Like man's face was, I don't know if you guys have even seen XR Kun, but super BA. Yeah, there's comics, and then
I'm actually looking him up right now because I don't know who he is.
yeah, no, he's really cool.
All I do know is he uses a double-bladed lightsaber.
Yeah, he was one of the first because of the energy broke through the bottom of it or something like that.
I believe that
it's like a short hilt, right? It's like a single hilt, but like
yeah, it was a single hilt.
Yeah,
and then it broke through because of some sort of food. Thank you.
Food.
Yeah, hibachi. So yes, but yeah, no. I can probably look it up real quick. Hold on.
I think it was actually kind of like the Jedi had taken Exar Kun's saber and kind of locked it away somewhere. I don't know if it was on Coruscant or
his forehead.
because
No, it was actual double-sided. No, it wasn't single. It had like insane claws on each side.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what I meant was like it was short. Like it was like
Yeah, it was very
one-handed
short.
staff.
Very
Yeah.
short. Very short.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Sorry.
And that was another reason why I was excited when I got my Basilics for my first saber, because I feel like the emitter reminded me of it.
I thought for
Yeah,
sure
there's
Cody was going to
XR.
troll us all and say Watto or something.
Ah, dude.
No bien.
He's got that flow too. Man's hair is sick.
Those
Oh,
flowing locks.
apparently he was mentioned in Solo, like on a stone.
Oh, that means he's canon then. He's in.
He's canon. Look at that.
Look at that. Good stuff.
I'm trying to figure out what
So
this,
like I'm wondering if you go and like write the name on a rock in Galaxy's Edge and then take a picture of it. Does that make him canon now? You know,
Okay, so in
People will do that.
2018 reference book Art of Solo, he was like on a stone. His name was on a stone in the Art of Solo reference book.
Okay.
Technically, canon.
I think he's in then. I think he's in.
Well, we need a show now.
Dude. That'd be insane. Disney would get canceled. This man's done some things.
This man's done some.
All we need is Disney late night.
Oh my
Late night
god.
Disney.
Late night Disney.
That,
I'm telling you, I still think Acolyte, man, you could just do it like what's before R rated? Is it PG-13 over there?
Yeah,
which is
PG-13.
pretty much what we have, I think.
But
Yeah.
but with TV, it doesn't. With Disney Plus, it doesn't really matter. If it's not in a theater,
Do what they
these
want.
don't
If it's
have
not-
ratings.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be TV mature, is what it would be.
So
Which
they
is
could
what
go
it'll get
quite,
with the right, with violence anyway.
they could go quite gnarly with it to an
Yeah.
extent.
So since they're not in theaters, I don't know what they could do or not do. I mean, shit,
Mhm.
they cut people in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just no blood because it's a lightsaber. But
Yeah. We've got far too much good stuff coming. Like
There
Book
is
of
blood when
Boba.
Obi-Wan cuts Maul in half.
what's that?
Oh yeah, there's a blood spray. There is a blood spray in the Phantom Menace when
Well,
Maul gets
it
cut
looks
in
like-
half.
it looks like a
it's real
mist.
slight. It's
Oh,
real
is
Yeah,
it?
it's a moment when
I never
Obi-Wan
noticed.
cuts
I don't
that
know
dude's arm
about
off
that.
in the cantina.
I don't know. I think I do remember that. Like it's
that's
real
why I was
subtle.
so impressed
It's
with
real
blood
subtle.
on Finn's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, on his
Stormtrooper
helmet. Yeah.
because that felt like the first time I saw blood in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. That's what it felt like. I mean, there should have been some blood when she was giving birth to the twins, but
Yeah.
Let's face it, Star Wars could be a gore fest if they wanted it to be.
no.
Cody, are you
I-
eating Chinese food? Where's mine at, bro?
I think we
Japanese, but yeah.
Hey,
I
Finn,
think we could see
Look at
some
this.
gnarly stuff in Boba. I think there's potential there. Like we're talking about riding in on fucking Rancors and shit. Like there's got to be something gnarly.
It keeps going away.
Look, here's the first blood in Star Wars. If you can see it, when dude got his arm cut off.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about
Blake
that.
just looked that up.
So there,
True.
hold on, let me get that.
I
first
forgot.
one.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
Oh, dude, it went away.
It's background.
I was
Oh, there we go.
the thing about that is the dude's arm is hollow.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
arm's hollow.
Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, when Obi-Wan chopped his arm
Yeah,
off.
when he
Yeah,
chews
there's still
up,
blood.
absolutely.
I guess that's before they thought about cauterizing the wound.
He
It's
had the
like-
death sentence on like 4 planets.
12 systems.
Called systems.
You gonna be dead?
Good
I mean,
fuck.
being a dick in a bar and you get your arm chopped off. I mean, Yeah, I didn't really think he deserved that. Yeah, whatever.
So, can I ask a question, Tim? Would that be okay?
You just did. Would you
Oh,
like to ask
shit.
another one?
Yes. Can I ask another
Do
one?
it. Do it.
Now
sir.
you can.
Okay, so if everybody could be obviously in Star Wars, but you're not allowed to be like your typical Sith, Jedi, Imperial, Rebel, none of that shit. Like you're just like a normal Joe Schmo. What would your dream be? Mine, for instance, would be a pod racer. Like I would live for that shit. Like that'd be insane. What would you want to do in the Star Wars like universe?
Can I be a smuggler?
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
be a smuggler.
I'd go for bounty hunting.
Smuggler.
I'd probably be a bounty hunter, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Blake, bounty hunters, for sure.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the
Just-
life.
Walking up into Han Solo's. Han Solo, you're a dead man. Tell
Yeah, I
that to
think the
Candy Club.
life for me, the life of a moisture
Immediately gets
evaporator
fucking
farmer
killed.
is just really appealing. So I think I'd like to be a moisture evaporator farmer.
Okay, that's
This seems
sick. I
fun.
like that intro. I like that.
No,
That's a good
pod
answer.
racing would be badass, but I think I'd be a bounty hunter. Or no, more of I don't. I think I'd want to be more like a smuggler. Just kind of picking up odd jobs, have a really cool ship, and
Okay.
just going from place to place.
Yeah.
Not necessarily hunting people down. I'm
Sad
more like
boys.
the guy that's going to run your spice from one place to the next.
Zach said that he'd rather be a gonk droid.
One of those things that
Zach
links
is a
to
gonk
the
droid.
Last Jedi.
That's
Like
the one
one
thing
guy
I
that's
kinda-
currently
or one of those
a
things that
droid.
he'll. Zach, stop it. Jesus.
I was kind of disappointed they added that droid at the end of Bad Batch because I wanted the Gonk droid to really kind of be their main droid.
Yeah,
Exactly. Get you some of that green milk next week, my guy.
I could do.
You'll really know what came out of that thing, The Last Jedi.
So Zach's just looking to get milked. That's what we learned.
Yes. I'm sorry, y'all.
Bill's making his own.
I'd like to be the Babu Frick. I'd be like that character device, like the one character. Hey, we gotta go see Darth Paradigm. He's the only guy that knows how to fix this shit.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Oh,
who
yeah.
you are.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
With your
Yeah,
warehouse
for
of
some reason the
lightsabers
droid
and
won't
tools.
cough up the info, and we need to beat that shit out of him. Let's go see Darth Paradigm. He's the one that won't take no crap from no fucking droid.
Oh,
That'd be
sorry,
neat.
everyone.
I could be teeny tiny too, I don't care. Whatever. As long as I'm cute. Come up with a voice. I talk like this. Hey, sir, you want something? You want the droid fixed? I fixed the droid. Hey, shut up, droid. You do what I tell you. Come over here. I have a screwdriver. Whatever.
Yeah,
That'd be
just have
cool.
one of them little droids in the background getting the feet burned. Oh, no.
Yeah. It
So
doesn't work, but it makes me feel good.
What technology of the Star Wars universe is it that most appeals to you? Is it the hyperspace travel? Is it a lightsaber? The plasma sword, if you will? Is it
Repulsor left.
blasters, jetpacks? Hover cars?
Repulsor lift technology.
Yeah,
Done.
I really I dig that floating. Just the floating cars, kind of just.
Yeah.
Seems
All I
clean.
want is a speeder bike. And no trees.
No trees.
I want a ship. I want a spaceship.
Yeah, mine's like space
Everybody
travel,
wants a
dude.
ship.
What an N1 starfighter? They look fucking
Dude.
badass.
Fuck yeah, that's the best
Or a
shit.
Jedi starfighter.
That is the best shit.
Dude, N1 is
I mean,
just
come on.
so fucking good. I'm
So
sorry. I didn't mean to
I wish
curse.
they
It's
had
just so
one
good.
at Disney. The closest they have to it is the A-wing, and it's the A-wing is the smallest of the things they have there at Galaxy's Edge. But yeah, that Jedi starfighter, and I love the fact that when you first saw it, it looked like Vader's fucking
Murder droid, but hotter.
and that's what I really appreciated with that.
I've always wanted a B-wing.
Yeah,
That one's cool too.
I like B-wings. I don't know.
I want to N1 for sure if I had to get any of them. I also love TIE fighters.
Other than the fact that you can't see left or right, they're awesome.
It's fine. If you're in Gundam, it's like you're fucking in a ball, which is just as sick.
I love the
Like,
fact
literally
that
just
there's like
the
no
ball
hyperdrive,
version.
basically you get separated from the fleet. Fuck you.
Dude, that's how I feel drifting sometimes. So it was good. It's like, well, these dudes got 1,000 horsepower. I'm just gonna chill back here for a minute. So I'm used to. I'm good. I'm just chilling.
Life support.
IG-11 is hot.
It's a-
Yeah.
yeah, it is hot when it died. R.I.P.
He's sensitive too.
Have we derailed this live stream enough, Shannon?
I think you have.
Well, we got about 5 minutes left because I got a 9 o'clock kill time. The wife makes me kill so we can go watch Sopranos episodes. We're binge watching it again.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sat here trying to put a fucking beard onto a gonk droid.
Hell yeah.
So if there's anything anybody wants to talk about, now is the time. I do want to go full screen real quick, and I got a little show and tell. So I want to show off the new.
I want to see that bearded gonk droid.
So this is
Oh,
my
the
new
blaster!
toy.
Yeah.
I got this from Galactic Armory, and this is the DC-15S It is the standard rifle of the clone trooper.
That's
Not as big a range as the 15A, which is the longer one, but it shoots faster and it's sexier. This is sexier. So I'll start finishing this weekend. Probably got a couple hours worth of sanding, then some gluing, and I'll paint it and weather it. So this will be for that once I get that finished.
It looks sick, man. And the
Yeah,
fact that you're going to weather it as well.
Very affordable. This is less than $100. And it'll probably cost me, it's material I already have, really. I've got all the paint and the sanding and stuff. So $70, I'll have a full-size replica rifle. Really cool. And you can, I don't know how much the files are, but you can get the files if you got a 3D printer. He does those as well. They're not that expensive. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go pristine. I can't do shiny props, man. First off, the weathering helps you fix any mistakes that you make, which is awesome. If you get like a little bit of glue coming out somewhere, or if you sand too close somewhere, just weather it up. But for me, I'm going to go on the armor itself. I'm going to go full on weathered on the armor. And I think I'm going to go 501st color scheme. So it's that blue, really cool blue, the ones that marched on the Jedi Temple. But I'm going to go weathered. And that's partially because it's, number one, I don't want to have to try to keep it clean when I go out on trooping. And number two, it just covers up the mistakes. It's, when I'm having to seal these sides here, it'll make it easier if it's weathered to make it not look, so shitty. So I like weathered myself, and I'm going to weather the gun as well. So I definitely like it raunchy.
Oh, that's good. Looks sick.
I never heard it called that, but I like that raunchy.
I love it raunchy too.
Raunchy.
I'll show you guys got these in.
This man is new boot goofing. Those are sick.
These are just goofy. Don't bother me.
New boot goofing. I love them.
So these I got from Imperial Workshop. I think it's Imperial Workshop. And these are the clone boots. But these are like really pimping. So they're nice. They kind of come completely open like that.
Wow.
But custom made. They're nice leather. And I'm going to weather these up as well because, again, the thought of trying to keep these white things clean just scares me. So
Right, you trying to start a Velcro ASMR channel now?
Oh, yeah.
They look super comfy.
Yeah, they actually are. They're very comfy.
Hey, Rage, I ditched the 501st idea and make your own Legion like I'm doing.
Let's do it. And that's the thing. I can be in both. They don't own the fucking armor. I'll be in there, and then I'll join your Legion as well.
Shit, I'm trying to build the 36. We got green and white and some orange.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my second color scheme was going to be Cody's because it is orange. I love that. I think that's the two. Is that the 212th or is that the?
That's the 212.
Yeah, love that. I love that color scheme too. So many options. So many options. There you go.
I love how I post the progress video on my fucking clone trooper helmet. You come out with a full clone trooper armor.
Sounds like you forgot what those shoes back.
He's got a whole suit, right? He got
New boot goofing.
New boot goofing.
You actually did a TikTok with that.
Did you really? Dude, hell
that
yes. Dude, I love that shit so much.
I almost went as I forget the name, the dude with the mustache. I almost went as him for because every November I do the no shave and then I shaved it into a mustache. And my wife pointed out that I looked exactly fucking like him. And I'll send you the picture of it because you won't believe. I mean, it's like crazy. So I
Dude,
really felt like doing that. But yeah, no, there's that. But the $300 genuine ostrich.
Dude, every time even if I get new shoes or any of my friends get new shoes, I'm like, this man's new boot goofing. Shit is so funny, dude.
Reno 911. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch that. It's a fucking funny show.
It's fucking hilarious. It's good
Well,
old
gentlemen,
comedy.
This pumpkin's about to turn, or this carriage is about to turn back into a pumpkin. So I've enjoyed having every single one of you on here, and I think we've covered a whole lot of stuff and had a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
I appreciate
pleasure.
everybody, all 11 at one time, 6 of you now, for watching. Thank you, guys. And again, we will be doing this again sometime in the very near future. Cody, enjoy your time at Disney. I plan on wherever I see you guys taking pictures, since I'm going 2 weeks after you, I'm going to take a picture of myself at the same place.
Dude, yes, and Photoshop it in. There you go. Hell yeah, dude.
And
That would be
serious,
sick.
when you turn the corner and you see the Falcon, you're going to fucking
I'm gonna
flip.
cry.
You're gonna flip.
Cry.
And look
I'm
for
gonna-
the little.
I'm
Look
gonna
for the
cry.
little. There's a little model Falcon. It's about the size of your hand underneath the cockpit. Look
Okay.
underneath the cockpit and see if you can find it.
Okay, I will. Carter's gonna probably videotape me crying. So
I will. I'll video for her.
It's gonna be
Thank
some
you,
good shit.
everybody, for watching. I do appreciate it. We're going to end the broadcast now. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. End
Bye.
broadcast.